What is up, guys? We are back with the last episode of season 2 of Solo Leveling, the season finale. As usual, we're going to go over some scenes, we're going to recap, and then at the end, we're going to talk about the season as a whole. So, getting right into it, this scene here is Jinwoo bringing back the healer, the S rank healer, as a shadow, and he immediately goes to heal Hunter Cha, right? Which shows his dedication and his determination to still heal his teammates, right? As you can see here, he immediately went to go heal her, right? Jinwoo mentions that he heard this healer telling him to use his power to heal her, and so he did. A bit of a sweet memory here for the White Tiger Guild leader to like see his friend smile even in this situation. Pretty much insinuating that it's okay, it's fine, he's moving on, he should also move on. So this scene, I think, was really well done. Moving forward, we're gonna go to Jinwoo here using the Demon Monarch sword that he didn't use this to fight anybody, right? Only used the 2 daggers. He didn't use this sword. He even says in this scene, it lives up to his name. So he didn't use this sword, probably because he's more comfortable using the 2 daggers. But I thought this scene was also cool. And then we see this here. This man hit level 100, right? This man hit level 100. Now I know people were thinking, oh, what level is he? What level is he? Because all we see is that he's leveling up throughout this whole series, but we don't see what actual level he is. He's doing this, everything he was doing, under level 100, right? Now he's level 100, and you can see how his stats have gone up significantly. So this man's actually level 100 now. So for those people who are speculating and, oh, I don't know what level he is, oh, maybe he's level 8, he's level 100 now. So that there's no more speculation to be had here. Then we see what we all figured was going to happen. Baru being summoned as a shadow soldier. Now he can still talk in this form, probably because he could talk prior to, or maybe it's because he was just that strong, right? He had a unique arise animation, probably due to how strong he is. It was like he was rehatching out of his cocoon, but again, probably due to how strong he actually is, and he is that strong. Let's just be clear about this. Moving on, so we're gonna go to 1147. And, and you know, I kind of want to highlight this scene here because this dude here, who is giving his all to keep that barrier, look at this man, to keep that barrier on the helicopter. That's why I wanted to highlight this scene, because I don't think this guy's going to get any credit for what he's doing. He's using everything he's got, and look at him, he's bleeding. Now, is he a fodder character? Yes, right? Do we know his name? Probably, but we don't care, okay? But again, I just want to give this character some recognition for this, because had it not been for him, they wouldn't have survived. They would not have survived. In the end, Jinwoo comes to ultimately, save them after the barrier breaks. But you gotta give this man some credit. You have to. Okay, you gotta give this man some credit. So moving on further down the line, they had a funeral to recognize the people that died during this raid. The Japanese Association lost 7 out of 10 of their S rank hunters. 7 out of 10. Okay, so they're crippled. They got to figure their shit out because their plan didn't work, right? And then we see this badass. Hello? Look at this man. Look, look at this. Snooping around, still in the volcano, still where the ants were, just snooping around there, right? Him and the older guy. Now, those who read the manga know who these guys are, but look at this guy, right? Like, he looks like he's that dude. But we'll see. We all know who that dude actually is, okay? But I mean, come on, look at this dude. The armor is badass. Jinwoo's dad is also there snooping around, right? They mention, someone's still here, the stench, talking about Jinwoo's dad, right? So they know he's there. These are probably, I don't want to say acquaintances, but, people of the same background as Jinwoo's dad. Okay. Um, and then we go to all the way to the end to where Jinwoo's army is just lining up for him. Right? Just simply lining up for him. As the episode ends. This is what you see. So this season, I think, was definitely more action-packed than the last season. For sure. More action than the last season. I think the pacing was a little fast. In some areas, they did skip over some things, but I think overall, I think that the majority of the community is happy with the adaptation, and the folks that haven't read the source material are also happy with just watching the anime. So overall, I would give it a 9. I know it has surpassed One Piece apparently on Crunchyroll for most liked anime. I don't know if I would go that far because it's only season 2. Okay, I don't know if I would go that far. A lot of people who don't read the manga don't know how rich and different the story is yet. But I would give it overall. What would I say? Overall, I give it an 8.5. I enjoyed it. And I think a lot of other people enjoyed it as well. But let me know if you enjoyed it in the comments below. That's all I have for this one. Keep on keeping on.